My name's Darius Keeler, and I'm co-founder member of Archive. I don't think I ever actually consciously ever had a band when I was younger, when I was really young. I was always in bands, or I'd be writing music. I was just sort of learning, you know, just sort of hanging out with people and sort of learning about music. And I remember with Archive, it was the first ever time I consciously thought, I want to start a band. I've been introduced to Roscoe and I loved his work and his ideas. And I said to him, I'm thinking about starting a band. And I'd never really said that to anyone, I think. And I think that's what Archive was. It was actually me having the confidence to put my own ideas, my own inventions or whatever music is, on the line, you know, for other people to hear. That's kind of what it is to me. I wake up in the morning and I have ideas, you know, and I go to my piano and I tinker around and I feel really beautiful doing it, and it's a profound kind of feeling I get, really do. It seems to be never ending in my life and I'm so grateful for that. Where the inspiration comes, I've no idea. When I was a kid, I started working in orchestras, so you know, I think from day one I was always surrounded by loads of instruments and loads of sounds and noise, you know, and you know, some beautiful, some irritating. So it made more sense to me to be inspired by lots of things rather than just my own creation, you know. With Archive, it happens in so many different ways. Like, there's no formula with it, and that's why we still love it so much, I think, and why we still, you know, and why I wake up every fucking morning with ideas, you know. They seem to come always, and you know, it's just because we don't have rules, and you know, we just try and make things that we haven't made before and that we're interested in, we get excited about. That's the only thing, is to be excited by what you're doing, you know. But it is a collective in respect that it can change at any time, you know, can change at any time, and that's the, you know, so it's very, very fluid, you know. It's just what it is, and for that reason, you know, everyone involved in the collective is really, you know, really happy. I think we don't feel like we eat each other's space, you know. We do, you know, when an Archive period finishes for a while, everyone goes and just disappears, you know. And that's it. I love that. I think it's really, really important. I think, you know, soaking up different worlds, you know, and then we all come together and bring those worlds together, and off we go, you know. I think Archive have always been good with talking about claustrophobia, you know, in sort of society, and I really don't know where that comes from, to be honest. I've no idea, but Londinium was definitely a kind of protest record in a way, somehow, you know, with Royer and Roscoe's lyrics, you know, and kind of the way I was making the music was with Dan was very kind of it's very dark, you know, and very of its sort of the time, and I think so we've always been swayed to kind of being interested in that. But Controlling Crowds was me and Pollard chatting about how disgusted we were with you know, the world. I can't remember when we started it, 5 years ago, whatever. You know, when people in Archive, my friends, you know, they are my friends, and when they see stuff going on in the world, it really deeply affects them. I think they're very sensitive. I'm very sensitive to it, and it's really hard, you know. I'm a musician, I'm not a politician, I'm not an academic, but I can get a feeling of right and wrong, and I think you know, it just felt very, very wrong, and that's what he wrote about. And I think, you know, when we actually started doing the album, I think we were a little bit, we didn't really want it to be complete catastrophe, so we kind of made it almost like a fantasy world, you know, where it's sort of dreamlike, where it could have been in any time. I think the thing that archive is, the most important thing it is real. It's absolutely real. There's no writing for any other reason than we want to, me and Dan and Roscoe and Dave Pollard, Maria, they've all got something to say, you know, and I've got something to say, and it's real. We don't sit around and plan stuff. We literally, you know, if it's a big idea, it's, you know, let's do this, and then I go down and see Dave, or I go and hang out at Pollard Farm, we just go and, you know, we make it happen, and it's very spontaneous in the actual creation. We think a lot about the scale of it, you know, but the actual creation is very real, very spontaneous, you know. So yeah, I think that's pretty much how I feel archive is. It's like putting my soul on, you know, just out and being confident enough for people to criticise it or love it, whatever, you know. It always moves me, you know, when I see one person who likes my music or whatever, and one person comes up and says, I really love you know, what you do. I always find it amazing, and I never quite believe it, I think.